We could have shut this down a long time ago. And we still can if we want to.
Nigga going full out patriarchy mode on him.
Because it's not like a woman can defeat us. Like, if we wanted to go there, we could.
It's getting dark.
Because nobody can protect you from a man but a man.
That is true.
I have seen some powerful men break because of a woman.
That's emotions.
Powerful man broke because of his feelings.
Yeah.
But in the end, a man can only be in a position of strength when a woman is being supportive. I mean, when a woman is supporting him. But one thing I can tell you is a woman today
I'm listening.
has the power because the man give it to her.
Or we took it.
I mean, you can...
Ma'am, don't even... You took it how?
Say that. But at the end of the day, if men decided to stop protecting women...
Oh, it's over.
Y'all be in trouble.
So here's the thing. How about if a woman was running things? I don't think there would be such thing as wars.
What?
All these...
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did you just say that?
I did.
The world ain't all peace and tranquility, ma'am. Let's say you did run a country as a woman and you had another country that wanted to take something or fight y'all. What would you do? You would have to do something. And don't sit right here and say if it was another female more conniving than guys.
Okay, you remember
the first thing a man wants to say is that a woman can't what? Control her what?
Emotions.
But everything y'all do, when you're doing these tug of picking up your pants, these wars across countries, is for what?
There's no choice.
Do you think that's controlling emotions?
It's necessary.
You remember when I told you that behind every powerful man's decision is a woman?
Yes, I remember that.
Do you agree with that?
I did agree with that.
Okay, so when they pressing these war buttons,
it's a woman.
Who is the decision coming from? You just said it.
Melania is not telling Trump to push these buttons. I can confirm that.
Melania probably ain't. I'm telling you.
Nigga side chick is.
All them other Melanias that he's seeing around the city, that ego.
Relax.
That's putting that chest up to make him seem more powerful than he is. Men do things because of women.
That is true.
You know why niggas act tough?
Why?
Pride.
Yeah.
They don't want to seem weak in front of women. They don't want to feel, seem, or appear weak to a woman. He gotta feel strong. That iron fist gotta be felt by every woman. Like, that's just what it is.
And the simplest form to see that is back in grade school.
These fancy cars, why?
For women.
For women. We want to impress them. We chasing that bag to be rich.
Yeah.
Why? For women. We want the woman to know that we can support you. Everything that we do is for women.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
But there's therapists for that.
No, it's not therapy. That's human nature.
Exactly.
Is it?
Yes.
See, we live in different times now.
Man, that's
But
sad.
no
Women
matter
are
what the time,
embracing
listen,
men and expressing their emotions.
But no matter what the time is, his main objective and motive will always be for the woman. This is why they do what they do.
Exactly.
Men are even going to war for women because it gives them power.
Exactly.
Power is attractive to women.
And it feel like you fighting for your family. It feel like you got a bigger purpose. All this re-engineering of thought, that's the problem where we at right now, because we done threw biology out the window to think that, no, we shouldn't think and move like this. That's why you still have that urge to do the opposite, because it's you can't get rid of it.
They want the control.
The woman is the motive for everything that men do. God created it that way.
I think it's controlling money.
But why do they want the money to control?
Exactly.
For ego.
For the woman.
We'll use it for.
A woman is what uplifts a man's ego.
Not money.
Our ego don't mean nothing if a woman don't want us.
Niggas, you right.
She's the reason why the ego need to be there. She's the one that actually lifts the ego. She's the one that actually fuels that ego.
Y'all need a hug.
No, we need a woman.
Y'all need a hug.
Okay, from a woman.
He's right.
At the end of the day, the woman is the motivation. Women don't understand how much power they actually have.
Yes, we do.
No, because if you realize that,
You wouldn't be saying
wouldn't
that stupid
fight
shit.
for equality.
Ooh.
You wouldn't think you would need to be equal if you knew what the power you had. Equality wouldn't even be a word.
Hey, come, let's just shift,
Speechless.
okay? We're going to pivot. We're going to
Speechless.
pivot because we're going to have to agree to disagree.
But that's life.
That such is life.
That's nature.
Yes.
Cool.
That's why God made us opposite.
Yes.
So my belief and my way of how I move, what I feel, and how I would deal with it is totally opposite from your belief and
Yeah.
the way that you move and the way that you deal with it.
Agreed.
That is
The only
true.
difference is that the man took the time to understand the woman, but the woman never took the time to understand the man.
Facts. She just shake and move. Continue on.
That's why we run the world. Because one thing I can tell you, women outnumber men 15 to 1 on this earth. You guys are a lot smarter than we are. You can multitask. And you got, like, you know how to control urge,
We need to fact check a couple of those, but he still spit.
which is powerful.
Yeah.
Y'all
Definitely
have
urge.
every attribute it takes to take over and actually run it. But why don't you? And
Ladies.
we're less, by the way. Our population is so much less smaller than y'all's. So explain why is it that men run the world?
They don't
It's
want
only
it.
because they took the time to understand the woman.
I know what you're thinking, ladies, and I understand.
See?
But I need you to take
But
a
you-
second to really think about what he says, because I do feel like there's truth in that. And when we sit down and we really think about it, we don't fully understand men like we think we do. I can receive that.
Take the
I'm
L.
telling you, the day women take the time to understand men, you guys will literally run the world.
Yeah.
I promise you.
I'm gonna marinate on that. But let's bring it back.
Marinate, and she done. She trying to run away from it. She don't want to keep talking. She took a big L. She took a big L. Women will never understand me, or just how men think in general. Women live in the world, and men actually create the world. Women just live in it. Most of the things that we follow, all these traditions, all these customs that we're accustomed to, it's because of some man somewhere. And the thing about it with us as guys, we don't have that much ego to say that. We know that we're being controlled by other men. There are men in power that we possibly cannot fight. But a woman will sit right here and try and fight for a power struggle. And that's the disconnect today, where a lot of women are rejecting men to say that I don't want to be with you. I don't want to be a part of you. Your essence is an ick to me. Not all, but there is a big movement to where women are pushing back and saying, no, we don't need you. And it's sad. It's almost like the kid that you raised and then they grow up and then they spit in your face. Because, how do we get to a place where the world is so tamed? Wild animals are in zoos and cages or whatnot. And, you don't have to manipulate the environment. Food is at ease. Water is at ease still. All these places are being run. It's like, you don't have to think about any of it. But you say, F you guys. But we're in a different time period. So the women of that time period, of course, they were going to find some form of appreciation. I'm not going to say those women were treated the best. I'm not going to swear here and say I'm going to be oblivious to what possibly could have happened back then, the way how women were treated. And I think this is a follow-up effect of that. So women say, you know what? F that. Y'all power, y'all control, y'all rule. But we still cannot disregard the fact of the positives that have come out of what men still are capable of. Just like I know the history with a lot of my ancestors or whatnot. But I'm still not going to disregard all the things that have paved the way to get to where I'm at today. But it's because I have understanding. But I think a lot of women, they don't want to hear it. It is what it is. That's why I say, like, you have to still, as a man, control your reality, understand your reality, know what your purpose is. And any woman that fits in it, she just need to fit in it. And now you being a good guy, bad guy, that's going to be up to you. You need to do what's beneficial to the life you want to live. But let's say you are a quote unquote disciplined, consistent man, and you have a purpose. You have to get one that's willing to follow that purpose and passion. Because if you follow a chick a lot of the time, she's going to bring you into a place that you're not going to be those things that you were. Can she breathe life back into you? For sure. But you got to look at the type of female that you're going to be accessing. The mindsets that are out there, it could be dangerous. So you have to be careful on how you choose who you're really trying to give your time and energy to. Friends and everything, who you're trying to put around you. I thought this was a great debate. I'm not even going to lie. Akon definitely cooked her. The points that she brought up is just still didn't make any sense to me, because you would think that as a grown adult, you would know and understand some of these concepts, but this just shows you that these bubbles that people live in, this is how they think. A lot of females think like this. They don't think it's just her. A lot of them do, because they don't care to know otherwise. So when the conversation gets deep enough, you already see the delusion come out. But I have to link in the description. You got to watch in its entirety. And make sure I like the video, hype the video, comment below. It's your guy JB Reacts. Until next time, y'all. Peace.
It doesn't matter how it's said. The truth is the truth. When you see these girls that's wild and reckless, a lot of time the masculine energy didn't put her in her place. So guess what? She walks around thinking, yes, put in your place is a good thing. Yes.
I don't like the words that you use. I don't like the words she's not leadable, put in your place. It's not.
Guys that's on my lot, please don't date girls that don't think like this.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
If she can't understand it, it's because, again, she was never taught it.
when you said, listen, if I say to her, I'm here, show up here, and she doesn't show up, it's a wrap.
That's not what I said.
That is what. That's what you said.
Kinsey, is that what I said? Please take the mic. No, let him say it.
I think this episode has taught me that my brother is very narcissistic. I think I'm very
And you go look at these girls that's giving you advice, go look at their list of men. Bum after bum after bum after bum.
Welcome back. I'm sure we got ourselves another video. We got ourselves an Empowered Dynasty video. Okay, in this video, we about to listen to a sister who don't like words. Yeah, she don't like words. Like dominant, submissive, like stay in your place. She don't like words. And the brother gonna tell her that, hey, yo, man, if you're dealing with a lady who has like a real problem when it comes to like words, does she have a problem when it comes to these things like a guy being dominant or the words dominant or a lady being submissive or the words submissive? She probably either don't have a father or beefs with her father. You know, there's certain ladies out here who say like, hey, yo, man, I can't stand my father. It's because that's a wild. She don't like to, I don't know, it might be feminism, it might be college, it might be both, we don't know. But he about to have a back and forth with this sister, and I'm telling you, man, when you listen to her, because I did a video about them before, when you listen to her, it's like a headache. Like, it's like we found the older like Jazz and Molly in them gang. Like just stick around, listen to how this lady sound. But hold up, just in this video, hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment section, give me a thumbs up or hard. Just let me know that's real. And you know, before we get to the video, I need y'all to hit the hype button. Like the video. I go ahead and hit the hype button because this brother, he says a lot of things is just correct. It's like he just got it all down pat. The nigga do it like fire. It just keep going like back to back to back to back. He's pretty accurate. And the lady, she's pretty crazy. But let's waste no more time. Let's roll the clip. Oh, you know what that was?
So speaking on based on how much money you spend as a man, so if you know most men, they're spending a lot of money because they want to smash. What is going through?
She's a prostitute.
Like what is going through y'all brains when you're taking a date? You're going to the Pia Lugas. You're getting a Chanel bag. Like what are you gonna?
Can I answer that?
Are you gonna let him smash? Like,
can I answer that? El Boogie said, "Why do men try to lead someone?" When you get a real man, El Boogie, that means you mess with boys. Respectfully, a real man is always gonna lead, and the reason why the man that's not trying to lead you because they're not men. Real men will always establish leadership, and the reason why is because he's supposed to bring protection, security, and also provision. So if a man is not leading with those three things, therefore that man is not a man. So that means if you have to entertain those guys, then you should be looking at the guys you're getting in bed with. Sometimes there are men that get in bed with little people, and there are girls that get in bed with little boys.
Yeah, I feel like when you say the phrase like, yo, if I tell her to come here and she can't come, that means she's not leadable, so I'm not with it. I feel like
I'm good.
We should be able to have a conversation of, hey,
now you know me,
what
Shay.
are we doing?
If I said that to a woman, you think she's gonna come? I'm asking you.
You're so full of yourself.
I'm so full of truth. No, I'm telling the truth.
I feel like you're being extremely full of yourself.
Yo, okay,
so you tell a woman show up anyway, she's coming.
No, that's not what I said. You got a degree?
Yes, I do.
What you got a degree in?
In early childhood development.
So if someone was here having a conversation about children and you say, I have a degree in early that's not you trying to belittle them, that's a fact.
Q, what does one have to do with the next?
Because you missed the point. The point is, when you speak truth, it doesn't matter how it's said. The truth is the truth. I know for a fact if I'm going after a woman, I'm going to go after a woman that's leadable. Secondly, I'm going to make sure that I establish dominance off the rip. What I mean by dominance is, yo, I want to see if she's leadable. Is she able to submit? Most women that can't submit is because they never submitted to a father. So sometimes you might be fighting against the woman who's fighting against her father because he was never there. Damn. Listen, I'm going to break something down to you, Shay. You got a little girl, right? If she doesn't have a dad, right? And look at me when I'm having this conversation with you.
Don't talk to me like that. You don't.
Respectfully.
Say please.
I'm not saying none of that.
Okay.
Because you always over there. That's why I'm saying that.
I'm listening to you. Right? I'm listening to you.
So look, you got a little girl, right?
Okay.
This little girl, when she doesn't have a man that teaches her how to take constructive criticism, she rebels against it. Every person I know that works at a group home or any kind of child facility, you know what the boys do? They rebel against who? Who you think the most? The masculine figure. The reason why the boys rebel against the masculine figure because they never been dominance has never been established over them. So that 14-year-old boy thinks he's a man because a masculine energy never put him in his place. When you meet a 14-year-old boy that got a masculine energy, guess what he acts like? A 14-year-old boy.
You understand? When you see these girls that's wild and reckless, a lot of time the masculine energy didn't put her in her place. So guess what? She walks around thinking, yes, put in your place is a good thing. Yes.
I don't like the words that you use. I don't like the words. I don't like the words she's not leadable, put in your place, establish my time. I don't like the words.
What? Okay, so you don't like the words that he used. Did you listen to what he said? Did you listen to the words that he was saying? A young man who is out here trying to go against masculine figures probably didn't have a father. A young lady out here being a tramp bucket probably didn't have a father. Did you listen to the words that he said at least?
It's not about being single, Q. It's like you sound arrogant.
No, you sound like you're honest. If you're a supervisor at a job, say, I would hope you establish your dominance. Assert yourself and make sure that your staff respects that you're the dominant figure.
Q, comparing two unlike things
leadership is leadership.
No, yes, leadership is leadership, but you're talking about two things that are unsimilar.
That's
saying that you're a supervisor at a job when your job is to oversee a staff is something different from you saying. No, we're not talking about that. We're going back to you saying on a date, if she's not this and if I tell her I'm here and she doesn't show up, then that means she's not leadable. I'm just saying to you that.
Wait, don't you move what the hell you just said a second ago. No, nigga, you didn't like the words when he was speaking about putting people in their place and like the dominant thing. That's what you said. The hell, you can't spin me and then say, oh no, now we're going back to we're talking about the date thing. No, you wasn't. That wasn't what you was just previously talking about. That wasn't what it was. He literally had you brought up the thing about overseeing. It was literally about the leadership thing and him dominating or putting people in their place. Don't go back to the date. Don't you backtrack. You're crazy. You're nuts. Okay. She's one of the ones he was talking about.
That's not.
Guys, that's on my law. Please don't date girls that don't think like this.
Oh, there you go.
If she can't understand it, it's because, again, she was never taught it. She was never taught it.
Okay.
A real man understands that you establish your dominance. If you expect me to be willing to give my life for you, I have to have control over the situation. If you out with a girl that's acting a fool, we outside, let's just say magically, let's put a situation together. Tyler, you and your girl outside. She see that it's 10 guys and it's just you. And she's screaming at the top of her lungs. And you telling her to chill and she don't listen to you. You do not control that situation. She controls you.
She has no respect.
But that's
my girl would never do nothing different. No, it's not. What I'm saying is, if you cannot establish dominance, that means you cannot stop the world. Yo, you can't tell. Yo, chill, calm down. What are you doing?
You don't like the word dominance. That's what
dominance isn't in a word of. It has to be leadership. Someone has to be the dominant player. Someone has to be. Not in this. Do I belittle my woman? Do I make her feel like she's beneath me? No, I'm asking you, yes or no?
No, not that I've seen.
Okay, nothing. But again, it's not about making you feel little. It's knowing that someone has to be the main player.
Yeah,
someone has to be.
Okay,
there's not two steering wheels in the car.
I'm understanding, but I'm saying
there's not two steering wheels in the car.
This was one point we were talking about. Was that yes, there's not two steering. I'm listening to you. There's not two steering wheels in the car. We're going back to when you said a first date. I'm still on that. When you said, listen, if I say to her, I'm here, show up here, and she doesn't show up, it's a wrap.
That's not what I said.
That is that's what you said.
Kenzie, is that what I said? Please take the mic. No, let him say it.
Are we gonna say that's
take the mic, Kenzie.
You said
give him the mic. Give him the mic, Tyler. What did I just say, bro? Please, what did I just say?
You said what you said, but if she replies saying, I'm not going to do all that,
I pass on.
That's when you pass on.
Yes.
That's what you said.
That's what I said.
He said, I'm going to be here if you would like to come.
If she really likes me, she will show up.
She would show up, not come here now.
I never said that.
Okay, so if I don't come to where you say that, then it's a wrap from the first day. What if?
Don't let her. You see, this is the thing with nigga. Everybody need to understand to not allow niggas to do what she just did. When you were wrong about what someone said, don't let them keep going. I'm gonna be honest with you. The conversation's supposed to end. That topic's supposed to be over because now you know that this nigga don't clean their ears. You know this nigga don't listen, or they can't. That's why you don't clean your ears. Her ears are full. They're full of doo-doo or earwax. It could be either one. But you now know she doesn't listen. And for y'all to continue this, you're doing yourself a disservice. And all you're going to do is piss yourself off. And now you're going to create holes in your room, in the walls, because that's all you're going to be punching is the walls.
If it's like I said, it's something where I'm like,
doesn't matter.
Well, can we do something else? Maybe we could do coffee or something different over what? I'm not saying, I'm just not coming.
When a woman is extremely interested, she going to make her way.
Okay.
I met women right now that'll leave their friends to come get next to their man they want to get next to. If your woman is making her friends her top priority over you, that ain't your woman. That's your friend's woman. You gotta hit that. But hold on. If your woman is choosing her friends over you, then her friends is her priority and not you, buddy. Because my woman will never do that over me. Never.
I don't know where that came from, but okay.
No, what I'm explaining to you is if I sit there and say, yo, Shay, we just met, we exchanged contacts, you already put in your mind what you see me as, and vice versa for me, right?
Right.
The only thing that can change how I'm viewing you at this moment is when we get on a phone, how you start talking, or how she smell when we have sex.
Oh.
Look, they saying that it's too aggressive and it's
agreed because they don't have fathers.
Come on, Q. Stop saying that. Stop saying. I hate when someone disagrees with you and you assume it's because they don't have a father. They have a brain and people have their own way of thinking.
That's crazy what you just said. First off, is he taking a leap by saying that they don't have fathers? No, in actuality, he's not taking a leap because you look at the stats. It's most likely that they were raised by a single mother, and most likely, but. If a nigga tell me he is speaking too aggressive, and I think she said controlling, I think he said, the guy said controlling, like aggressive and controlling, yeah, that sound like a nigga that really, they don't like to be like second or third. They don't want somebody to be above them. Ayo, let's both make decisions together. No, you, I won't do that. Not doing that. Never. This is the reason why niggas can't get nowhere.
Let's date back, right? Every healthy relationship you seen back when you was a kid, right? Would you say the man was dominant? Yes or no?
I don't like that word. Come
on, I'm out of this conversation.
I don't like that word. Let's move on. I don't like that word. I don't like that word.
But again, you gotta be mindful. Like, that's why I don't go with the comments. That's why I don't like doing this all the time, because the comments become hurt mentality. Because again, I don't even read them. The reason why I don't read them is because again, you can have a woman that's sitting at home single as hell, who's fighting the fact that she wants a dominant figure but can't accept dominance. Someone has to be the dominant in the house. If a woman say we're equal, no, we're not, because you're not equally trying to pass away with me if somebody come break in the house. You're not equally trying to pay these bills with me. Damn. You're not equally trying to lead. You're not equally trying to do anything other than be cute. So guess what? I take that role. And you expect me to pay the bills, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna keep us in a great position. I'm gonna put us in a great position. And I'm gonna make sure that I'm sacrificing me. My woman could never outwork me. If someone gotta do overtime, it's gonna be me way faster than my girl. That's what a man does. But again, the women that can't accept these kind of men is because they never had real men. There was never a real man in their life. Real men do not compromise for what we think. We don't bend. This is what we say, and this is what it is. And if a person don't like it, we're willing to leave it alone. A real man is not going to bend for you. He will compromise for you. Big difference. But again, y'all want certain guys. You're not going to get these certain guys if you don't understand what I'm saying is facts. You're not gonna get them. And you go look at these girls that's giving you advice, go look at their list of men. Bum after bum after bum after bum. I'm telling you, the kind of guys that they say they want, they don't understand that we come with certain expectations. The same way you come with certain expectations. Our expectations, I want a woman that's submissive. Submission only means the willingness to allow to lead. You allowing me to lead. You believing that I'm taking us somewhere.
You know your destination, because some women are not going to allow you to lead. And some of y'all men don't know where y'all going.
But those are the guys that
expect us to be submissive.
That's not me.
Okay.
We going to a destination.
Okay.
But again, if a woman is off the rip fighting it, it's because she never seen real men. She know it. She probably dated sass. Real men don't care. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, respectfully, and this is being fair, if a woman tells me I'm breaking up with you, yo, that's on you. A woman could never make me mad talking about something. Oh, you wanna play with me, I go outside and cheat, I'm gonna break it up with and call it a day. Give her a high five while she's walking out the door. And still love her. But I love me more. To the point where I'm not gonna ever make myself look like a clown for a woman who wants to be outside in the streets. Never.
I think men need to get.
I think that's foolish.
We need to get back to that.
That's foolish. You're willing to compromise yourself as a man because of how she. Oh, if you keep playing, I'm gonna go outside and cheat. You know what? Go do you. Go do you. Because clearly you're not the woman I thought you was.
But do you think that sometimes with women we compromise our value and our worth for men who go outside and do the same thing?
Your value goes up when you get a good man.
And when I'm talking about...
Just so you know that. Your value go up when you get a good man.
And your value doesn't change if you get a good woman.
But the expectations of what a man is expected to do to be considerably a good man, and what the expectations of a woman is to do to be considerably a good woman, is nowhere near equal. A good man is a provider. Would y'all agree? Yes or no, guys? Yes. A good man is a protector, right? A good man that keeps security and keeps the house situation stable, right? He is the first in defense of anything to happen, right? And if a man is not like that and running from the battlefield, he is not a man. So reality says this to me: as the man that's doing these things, therefore I have to have extreme submission, because I can't lead something that's not submittable. I can't lead what's not leadable either. It's impossible. And I will not fight for leadership when you don't want someone to lead you. Because if I gotta prove my masculinity to you, then I'm dating the wrong woman. Because a woman sees what she sees. Okay. She knows what she sees.
I'm so glad this is all your opinion and it's just for you, so I guess that... So each his own, you know?
She didn't care about none of that. This nigga is retarded. She didn't care about none of that she was saying. This certain niggas, you gotta knock down some stairs. That was wild. And what was the point? I want everybody to answer that. What was the actual point of this nigga with the crazy looking nose to say some shit like that? I'm so glad that this is just your opinion. You didn't have to say that out loud. You didn't have to say it out loud. Black Squidward, why the fuck you say that out loud? All you did was piss me off. And now you want me not to attack you, right? Verbally, of course. That would... You got to. It's hard. It burns my chest inside for me not to attack you after you do some silly shit like that. You are a disgrace for an adult.
If you want a strong man?
It's a little bit of arrogance and a little bit too much aggression for me. That's your logic, and that's fine. Like, it's okay. I don't care about the comments, and I don't care.
A strong man?
No, it's not about a strong. A man could be strong. No.
They all like that.
Please, a man could be strong, and he doesn't have to be. No, Q, you spoke. I let you talk.
Go.
A man could be strong, but he doesn't have to be arrogant. I don't like arrogance. I don't like arrogance.
It's called truth.
It's not truth. And when you say dominant, yes, a woman wants a man who's going to lead, who's going to be a good leader. But I feel like when you're leading with that kind of, and if she's not this, and if she's not that, and if she's not
leave
that,
her alone.
I don't like that.
Shay,
I don't like that. It's arrogance to me.
So hold on, watch this. Ooh. The man is supposed to be the GM. The GM is who creates the whole situation, right? So now he's supposed to be the quarterback, right? If the man doesn't think like that, then this guy is a waste of life. Because he doesn't understand you're going to be judged by what you haven't built. So therefore, if your situation is trash, it's because you think trash and you're worthy of trash.
That's why technically, not to correct your brother, but technically the guy in the family, the guy is actually the head coach. He's the coach of the team. The wife is the quarterback. Because think about it, the coach is the one who established the plays. He established the formation that y'all gonna run. And the quarterback, unless your wife is fucking Peyton Manning, which means she get to do Omaha. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, I wouldn't advise you to do that, but there is some women that can do that. There's some. But the wife is actually a quarterback where she's now telling the children, the food thing, the house stuff. She's doing all this stuff underneath the formation and the plays that the husband or the coach have given her. In actuality, the wife is the quarterback and the husband is the coach of the team. I just want to give y'all that information. Yeah.
That's wrong.
Yeah, I feel like I did a good job, kinda.
But if I get a woman is supposed to be my helpmate by biblical terms, my helpmate.
Okay.
So therefore, she be helping me get to where we're going to.
Okay.
So if you chose a woman that ain't helping you, you a fool.
But you helping,
a whole fool.
Helping, to me, our job in the household, your man does his part, right? Because you've said this before. In a two-family household nowadays, we both got to contribute to bills. More than likely, right?
Agree.
Okay. A woman is doing her part. There's an expectation of a woman, and there's an expectation of a man.
That's not biblical. You going to hell. You need to go read the Bible.
Why do y'all even read the Bible?
There's an expectation of a woman and expectation of a man. Do I think that men are supposed to be leaders? Yes. Do I feel like it's a natural for a woman to kind of, I don't want to say follow ladies like, oh, we following him, but just, you're supposed to be a leader. But I'm saying with the way you came off with such arrogance,
I think that's how you perceive it.
Well, first off, the way that she tried to run away from just saying following a guy is already a damn problem. That right there itself was crazy. That was some crazy I was like, yeah, a man supposed to be a leader. And a lady, I'm not gonna say following. Why the hell not? Like, why the hell not? That was some crazy for her to do.
I'm not with that.
Yo, overly confident men, overly confident people, they disturb people's insecurities. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm not insecure.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm just speaking in general.
I'm not insecure.
Just stay with me.
Yes,
That's what you say, right?
I'm not.
That's what you say.
I'm not.
And I'm giving you the listen, giving you grace.
Okay.
That's what you say.
Okay.
What I'm just saying again, when a person is extremely confident and they know themselves, they're gonna get labeled as everything other than what they are because people haven't reached that level of confidence. In order for a man to be a great leader, he has to have a level of confidence like this level. He has to be. He can't be second guessing himself. He got to be sure of himself and know who he is. When a man doesn't know who he is, he questions who he is, and he's still looking for people to make him feel who he is. With or without a woman, I am who I am. I'm him. And a man should think like that. When a man don't think like he's not good to lead nobody.
So you don't think some men know who they are and are sure of who they are, but don't have to come off the way you're coming off right now?
And if you sit down, they don't talk to you the way they talk to me. They don't talk to you the way they talk to me. That's the difference. Men are not like me. I'm very vocal. I tell the truth. But again, I talk to 80 times more men than you could ever talk, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you.
Okay.
I tell the truth. No, you saying like you talk to more women than me.
Okay.
And I'm not going to rebel against that, and I'm not going to fight it. It's a fact. So the fact of the matter is that I talk to men, and they're telling the men that are really who they say they are, they think like me. I promise you they think like me. They're not going for it. You think a man that's super established is going to date a woman that's cheating on him? It takes a whole bozo to do something like that.
Where did that come from?
No, what I'm getting at is weak men accept weak behavior. For instance, imagine a man that's super established. You're going to have a woman walking in the house, cursing him out and telling him about himself all the time. Yeah, right. Yeah, think about, come on.
So I think society has gotten so watered down.
Yes.
Masculinity.
Yes.
For men, anytime
yes.
a woman or a person sees a confident man, they think it's arrogance. They think it's cocky.
Why do you think masculinity? Why do you think that masculinity has been taken away from men? Why do you think so?
Because they want to feminize men.
They want to feminize men because
so it's on the women again.
Listen, because they don't want strong, confident men. Because you got.
You don't think women want strong, confident men?
Clearly they don't.
Strong, confident men leading, talking like that, and it's a problem.
Yes, it is. You want to? Hey, Shay. So where do you want to go eat?
Like, come on.
I like you.
No.
Don't have a leader. He's not leading. He's not doing this.
You know why men like that? You know why the men that got their life together act like that, and why they talk like that? Because they know they have options, and we being fair and honest. And the fact that they have options, if this woman is not making me an option, then why am I making her an option? Because of the fact that she has a vagina. That's retarded. I'm going to look for a woman that is clearly willing to follow my lead and see where we're going with this. If a woman is willing to say, yo, I'm like, what are you doing Saturday night? I don't have any plans. Yo, I would like you to meet me at such and such. And she doesn't want that, I'm good. I'm good.
I don't think that men have to talk a certain way to be masculine and act a certain way. I think that you have some men that their presence, just their aura, just how they are, just screams masculinity.
She ain't met none of them.
I think every masculine man has to have an arrogant undertone, and that's just the way I am. My dad.
That's some female. Would you about to say something about your daddy? You about to say something about your daddy? All right, wait, let's see what happens.
Was extremely masculine. My dad was a provider. My dad was all of those things, and he just wasn't a yeller. He just had a ways about him that was just respectable, and that's what it was. That's what I'm just saying.
We don't even argue. My girl makes over 100-some thousand a year. I make more than her, and we don't fight and argue. We never had a fight about money. We never disrespected each other about finances, ever. Ever. And I can make her come in here right now. Ever.
But I'm just saying.
No, let me finish my point.
Don't just say anything. Don't bypass what he just said. All he's saying is that this thing that's happening right now that you believe that I'm doing, why don't I have to do this with my lady? Huh? Tell me about that. Why don't I have to do this by my lady? All right. So let's get one thing straight, Wrinkles. You don't like to listen. You don't like to listen. You keep saying this crazy shit when other women say that they want a leader, but then they want their leader to be their partner, which is crazy. That's the crazy in the world. I want a lady who's straight but only wants to sleep with women. That's crazy. That's what I keep hearing from trying not to call you retarded, okay? Trying real hard not to do that. And I hate it when these niggas always bring up they daddy. My daddy, my happy, that man did not have to talk the way you talk, and he was a great leader. And for some reason, fucking reason. They always say this nigga was a provider, and then they stop. He was a provider, and then they just continue with their thing. They don't say the nigga made great decisions. They always just say he was a provider. But you know, that's just me being triggered. I'm triggered by her right now.
What I'm getting at is, my girl accepts the fact that she's a feminine, strong woman. A masculine man is not looking for a masculine female. And a woman, and again, in order to be a protector, I hope you have a level of confidence that stands out. Aggression doesn't always necessarily mean arrogance. It means confidence. If I walk into a sports arena and say I'm the best player on the damn team,
confidence and aggression are two different things.
You would
They're
never
not
like
in
a
the
Jordan.
same. Yeah, but aggression and confidence don't go together. You can't be aggressive and say, "Oh, that's confidence."
That's the conviction.
Wow.
That's the conviction.
She knows what it takes to be a man.
Okay.
She knows what it takes to be a man.
I'm not, Q, it's not about being a man. You just said to me, aggression and confidence are the same thing. They're not. You're being extremely aggressive. You're being extremely arrogant. I don't agree with it.
That way,
I don't think that is the way to exude your dominance.
You know what it takes to be a man.
I don't think you need to be that aggressive to know.
The best way to raise a young man, the best way is to pour purely into his confidence. Because if you want this man to be a great leader, you have to make sure that he knows he's a leader. And you have to make sure he knows that a woman is supposed to compliment him and he doesn't need a woman, but she's supposed to compliment him. The men that feel like they need women, they become emotionally leeching and they're very weak. Weak. Because they feel like they need a woman, and women takes advantage of those guys. You're supposed to look at a woman like, yo, I want you, I don't need you, I want you. I want you. Women like to be wanted. Men don't. A woman don't like women that want her. That need her. Women don't like that. They never respect men that need them, ever. So as a man, you shouldn't need a woman. You should want her. I want you. I choose you. So if a man doesn't think like that, he is not a man. He should know with or without his woman, he is him. And the woman is supposed to compliment him. And again, if he's overly emotionally, he needs her, you have a problem within yourself. It's bad.
What it is
and believe you me, I've been there before when I was younger.
Men, when anytime you got in an argument with another man, is you ain't got no woman, you ain't got this, I get more women than you. So that put in your mind like, damn, if I don't have a woman, I'm nothing.
You said when men get into argument with other men?
Every day as kids, when we got in arguments with other men, they would tell us, yo, I get more women than you. So when you grow up, you literally think like, yo, if I don't got nothing attached to me, I'm nothing. I'm nothing to myself.
So can I ask you a question?
Well, men and women did that, so that's not just men saying that to other men. Men would say that you don't get nothing, or you don't get none. And women themselves would say, I know you don't get no, or you don't get no. Like women say that too. That's both of them. It's a way of putting women. It's like a social thing. It's a social hierarchy thing where they find a way in weird little sneaky ways of pushing women really high, pushing them on a pedestal. Because women say that and men say that. So that's really what that's about. It's not just men. That's technically black culture now. Well, technically it's black culture now, which is a sad thing.
Do you think every man is made to be a husband?
I think if we're following the Bible, yeah, it's supposed to be so. They're supposed to be husbands and women are supposed to be wife, but I don't think.
Not everybody.
We go back to, I want to cry again, y'all. Y'all know last week you had me on here crying with
Someone
whiskey.
said no. A lot of people said no.
I don't think. Okay, I'll take that back. No, I think that sometimes, but it goes back to what I said to you.
I want to finish my point.
Okay, go ahead. So you asked me a question, but
I just want to
please go ahead.
Do you think every man is made to be a husband?
No.
Do you think every woman is made to be a wife?
No.
See, the issue is when we looking at comments, you could be looking at a woman that's not made to be a wife, and you could be getting comments from a man that's not made to be a husband. Stay with me while I'm saying that.
Okay.
When you understand what it takes to be a man and the expectations of what it takes to be a man, me and you will have a different conversation. I'm gonna tell you something, and it's a statistical fact, right? You know, there's two women together is considerably what? That's a lesbians, right? You know they lead in divorce and separation?
Okay.
Why is that?
I don't know. I could never be with a woman. I don't know. That ain't my thing.
But what I'm just getting at is, you would think two women coming together, they should understand each other and have the most healthiest marriage. They have a high 70% of divorce. 70-something% of divorce.
Okay.
And they be knocking each other. They be just knocking each other head between washer and dryers. Them motherfuckers be giving each other like whiplash. It's like James Toney versus Mayweather. You know, they're both two counter boxers. So it's like, throw a punch, whap, 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 whap. Like, boy, don't let two vaginas be in the room and then them niggas get mad. The emotions and violence. Oh man, it's like two Tasmanian devils.
70-something%, Shay, that's a lot. I mean, like 23 to 24% of two female marriages have a success rate. And anyone that's on this live, they can go Google it right now. Go Google it. Go Google it. So what I'm getting at is, if the success rate is that low, that means it's clearly a problem. And in order for you to establish the respect of a woman, you got to respect yourself first.
Right.
You got to respect. No woman respecting no man that don't respect herself. I'm sorry. It ain't happening. There's no real woman. She's going to always challenge and combat. I don't go through that. And my woman, I don't have to yell and scream at her. I don't do that. My blood pressure is not high. My blood pressure is high on responsibilities. My blood pressure is not high on my household. My house is the safest space that I have.
As it should be.
But a lot of men don't have that at all. Yeah, read that, say. Now give it to her. Yeah, sure. Read that.
Lord, within the LGBTQ, RSTU, VW2XYZ community, research across several countries, including the US, UK, Nordic countries, consistently shows that lesbian, female, same-sex couples have the highest divorce rate, while gay male couples have the lowest. Also, men and men should be together?
No, what I'm just saying is, and see, that's an extreme weirdo, but that was weird. You know what I'm saying? That was super weird. But what I'm getting at is, I would assume, I'm being fair, I would assume two women should understand each other and have a high success rate. But the fact of the matter is, two women can't even cohabitate. Two women can't even cohabitate based on statistics, not my opinion. So therefore, in order to deal with a woman, you have to be very strong.
Right.
Because the expectations are very strong. And someone that don't want to accept that, they living in delusion. It's just what it is. Expectations are expectations. So again, a man will meet those expectations if he understands who he is as a man.
She's not
the man that's evasive of responsibility is a man that never, ever, ever established himself as a man. That's why he avoids being a man. But as a man, you have to be very conscious. You have to be very confident. You got to walk in the room and act like you own it.
I feel like, you know, and I remember you saying, like, sometimes when we read the comments, right, guys? Because we come on here every week and we talking and it's opinion based, right? And I'm going to give my point, Q's going to give his point. I feel like a lot of times I sit and take the beating of, you know, what women don't do. I do. It's a beating. I call it a beating. I call it a beating of what women don't do.
Guys, I want to share off next week.
What we need to do better.
Break, guys.
Well, no, it's not about giving a break.
But that sounds crazy.
No.
That sounds crazy,
Thank you, Mr.
Well,
Can I finish? But every time we come on here,
is like, wow.
when I say a beating, you know what I mean? You're not whipping out doing this ain't Django. Like, come on. Let's just say what it is.
The way you said it sounds crazy. If we all saying the same.
Even in the vicinity of another woman, she's being catty and she's fighting.
Give you guys my thoughts, my feelings, and my opinion on this entire situation. Now, Young Miami is actually one part of the previous rap group City Girls, and most of you might know her maybe from that group. If you don't know her from that, she had a relationship with Diddy before his incarceration. And, you know, now she has come forth with this new song, which has been, you know, named the song of the summer, called Spend That. Now, to give you guys context of the actual song, I obviously can't play the song for you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and read out a couple of the lyrics. So the most famous part of the song is actually the chorus. And it says, where all my scamming ends at? Spend that money fast. 20s, 50s, 100s cash. Boy, go in that Goyard bag. Boosting bees, where y'all at? Stuffing that ish in y'all bag. Just to flip it, pop some tags. Girl, go in that Goyard bag. Now, obviously, we know what this song is about. Okay, we don't need to go into like a deep dive, you know, to try to figure out what it was or what the deeper meaning of the lyrics are. She's talking to scammers. She's talking to boosters. What are boosters? Boosters are thieves. Okay, we're just gonna keep it real. Boosters are the thieves that go into the store,
and be trying to get away from the cops. The people that we see all the time, you know, on body cam footage, running away after they done stuffed, you know, 5 different outfits under their shirts or whatever the case is.
Yeah, I'm going to get a phone. I'm doing this. I want you to dress. $700. It's okay. I'm going to get a felony. I understand that.
What is going on?
Right now, you guys are being detained for the shoplifting investigation.
Video shows 2 women shoving perfume down their skirts at a Sephora. Look at this. You can see them wearing long skirts and face masks, grabbing boxes of fragrances.
Officers began searching the vehicle and documenting the stolen merchandise. Within moments, they discovered piles of clothing and accessories with the price tag still attached.
Right? So this is a song essentially glorifying that kind of behavior, making fun of it, you know, bringing highlight to it, putting like the conversation behind it, like, yes, this is what we uplift for the culture. And India Ari basically responded to a comment on social media, and then all of this you know, tension or contention basically started. So as you can see here, somebody made a post on their threads, and it said, I'm calling for a boycott of Young Miami's song Spend That. I believe it's degrading to our culture. At some point, we have to take seriously the power music has over our perception and the values it reinforces. This can't be the song of the summer. India Ari then responded back to that thread, and she said, I spent my entire adult life caring way too much because I finally learned that not everybody cares with a capital C, and explaining it to them is not going to make them care. Everything you listen to, see, or eat is going to influence you. So make wise choices, y'all. Heart emoji. She then posted another reply, and she said, I finally realized that not everybody wants to get free, and it was a very, very, very rude awakening. Shake my head. Because the mass acceptance of this song is a crystal clear sign of this much bigger truth. Now, this is the thing, right? When I first heard the song, immediately, right? Because I'm not kind of like in the warp, right? I don't listen to a lot of nowadays hip-hop music, rap music, or whatever. Sometimes I be feeling like the beat over here and the rappers is over here. That's first of all, right? Just sonically, it doesn't really measure up for me, right? But then also, you know, the first time I'm giving you guys my genuine feelings. The first time I actually heard that song, I was like, this is crazy. Like, I immediately thought of the younger generation. I immediately thought of how much, you know, conversations that I've even had here on this platform where I've reacted to body cam footage of, you know, the same exact things that are being spoken about, right? And so I was very shocked and surprised that, you know, obviously somebody put those words to music, but then also that it caught like a wildfire, right? And so I completely understand what it is that she's saying, because when you have the gays, I love that she said that not everybody cares with a capital C, because a lot of times people have conversations, they, you know, they say that they care about the culture and stuff like that. But when you are pushing or promoting certain lifestyles that will lead to prison, okay? They will lead to jail. You know, you're defending, you know, certain things, and you're defending certain conversations, but then you're kind of like creating spaces for people to be in opposition of, you know, levels of authority. It's a very, you know, it's a very slippery slope, right? And so she ended up, you know, India Ari ended up saying that, putting it on social media. People went off. Somebody actually ended up DMing India Ari. And they said, start with the people in your generation that rapped and sang those ways years before this generation. Don't just out her. Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown, Salt and Pepper, The Brat. Before that, Betty Davis, Millie Jackson, even in the 20s. Lucille Bogan. So no generation was no better than the next. The 70s and the 80s was the worst. She ended up responding back to that person, and she said, you're the one person I'm going to answer today. I've been speaking about this since my first television appearance in 2001 with Bill Maher. What year were you born, by the way? I never said a raunchy song shouldn't exist. I think a lot of times they exist in the wrong context. but I have said that many times, many ways, just so you know. I remember when India Arie called out the behavior at the Essence Festival, the likes of the Megan Thee Stallion and all of that.
So they made it look like my story was I have harsh words for Janelle Monáe, Megan Thee Stallion, and I do not. The concept that anytime a woman says anything, even in the vicinity of another woman, she's being catty and she's fighting. And so now we got this headline about what I supposedly did. Who I was addressing were the people in the comments, explaining to them that the video in question, not Meg Thee Stallion, not Janelle, but the video in question was out of context for the Essence Festival. Essence is a 53-year-old institution that was always about wholesome Black entertainment. The brand shifted right under people's feet. That's what I meant when I said context. What I did was jump into the comment section, and in fact, in defense of someone who was in the comment section trying to explain her trust of Essence brand being broken, I commented about the context. That's what I did. We all know everybody twerks. Everybody knows who Meg Thee Stallion is. She's one of the biggest stars in the world, and so is Janelle. Everybody knows what they're about and what they do. We weren't saying that they shouldn't do what they do. We were saying context, which is what my message said. The part that really is important, that people should know, is that the Essence Festival was purchased. And so the new owners are trying to take it in a different direction, and they are. And the rub is that people weren't told that. So now everybody's buying their tickets to go enjoy their weekend down in New Orleans in July like they've been doing for the last 20, 25 years. And this moment happens on stage. For the last 20 plus years, my whole adult life, I've been nothing but uplifting and deeply caring and deeply loving and speaking highly of us as Black people, always. I released the song Brown Skin, 18 years before Brown Skin Girl? I've been about this. I'm still about this. I love us. I have my opinions about things that may differ from other people, but I don't be out here arguing with people. I speak my mind, I share my ideas, but I've always done that. And I'm always going to.
It's a similar conversation that she was having, right? She was like, this was a place of like elegance. This is a place of like, everybody can feel involved. You can bring your whole family. It can be a whole entire event. We're in a space and an era now where the scale is very much drastically tilted. Before, even if you had a Little Kim, a Foxy, or whoever, you also had a Lauryn Hill. You also had a Jill Scott. You also had an India Arie, right? And so there is not that balance that we see. It's like even the classier girls are trying to be the ratchet girls, right? And so it's very drastic how forward we are with, society as a whole, where the women are nowadays, right? And the mindsets that they have. And so just like she was with, the Essence Festival, like kind of like bringing things forth, it's the same way that she's kind of like bringing that same exact conversation again. As a woman, she's bringing the conversation to women, holding women accountable, right? And we've seen it. Okay, Felicia Rashad talked about the way that women dress on the Breakfast Club. They called her pick-me.
You came up in an era, Miss Rashad, where dignity and grace were everything. So do you ever look at how wild Hollywood is now and you just think to yourself, boy, y'all got it easy. Y'all wouldn't have got away with that in my day.
No, you'd have to look at Hollywood. I could look at the way young ladies dress.
No disrespect to Felicia Rashad, but she is a pick-me also.
Sherry Shepherd, on her platform was talking about the way that women dress. They would call her bad body, out of shape, this and that, and she's just jealous.
The Vanity Fair Oscars after party seemed to have an unwritten theme. It was just a lot of nudity. Ladies, this is not it. And I say this because there are young women, young girls who are looking up to all of you.
Anytime that the women, that we should have esteem for and we should have respect for say anything, people, try to act like they're jealous, like they wish they had the hit single, like they don't know what they're talking about, or they're so old-fashioned. And it's again creating that space where there's not a balanced conversation that's happening. There is not a balanced space of perspectives. It's just we're only pushing one narrative, and if you say anything against it, we're going to cancel you, we're going to kick you out, we're going to disown you, and we're going to disrespect you. The first comment says, respectfully, India, you don't have to like it or listen to the radio station. Next comment says, I feel like this is performative outrage. Scamming is a part of every community. Is music not supposed to be a medium for the Black experience? Where are the celebrity community houses, the celebrity community schools? Where is the India Ari school for self-love in the Black community? If you truly care about setting us free, put your money where your mouth is. Next comment says, y'all take the fun out of everything. This ain't a graduation song. Move around. Next comment says, oh my gosh, it's not that deep. The song is for a particular type of people who actually grew up in that lifestyle. Next comment says, oh brother, some songs are just fun. Who doesn't like to say spend that ish as a mantra? Everything doesn't have to be so serious. Tomatoes. Next comment says, I just feel like everything doesn't have to be that deep. We can...
So done. Turn the air on. We are in Marietta, Georgia. It's now 9:30, and I'm done for the day. Take my piece of chain. Home. All right, guys, we're going to head back from Marietta to my side of the town, Loganville. Let's roll. Excuse me. Damn. Sneezing coming, son. All right. Trump launches the Trump accounts.
During my first term, and we're using it now for very good reasons, because in this case, Iran can never have a nuclear weapon, can never let that happen. On Saturday, July 4th, our administration deposited one-time seed contributions, $1,000 each, into the Trump accounts of over 500,000 American children. It's a lot. And millions more will be getting additional contributions from generous donors like, as I mentioned, Michael and Susan Dell. They are truly incredible people. Go out and buy a Dell computer. He's not doing it for that. But I'll bet his business, Brad, has gotten even bigger. I have a son that loves their laptop. I have to tell you, no, I want a Dell. We're going to get him that money back one way or the other. And then I'll ask for another $6,250,000. We'll start the whole process all over again. No, he makes an incredible product, and right from the beginning. And Brad Gerstner has been pushing this, so he's a very successful man. Not quite as famous as the Dell family, right? It's Michael, but he's an amazingly successful guy, and he's put up a tremendous amount of money. And again, I want to thank Michael and all of the companies that have already called me, and they're putting up a lot of money. This is not me, and putting the name on it was not my idea. That was a whole group of people that passed legislation, because this is all made possible only by the passage of the great big beautiful bill. And I knew that this was happening, but I didn't know. All of a sudden, I see my name on it in the bill. But I'm very proud to have my name. They think it would sell. They said it'll sell better if your name's on. I said, look, leave it on. But I did not. I just want to know. I did not ask for it. Michael, is that a correct statement? Did I ever go to you and say, Michael, don't put up the money unless I use my name? No. But I have done that in other cases. I will. In certain other cases, I've done that, right, Scott? But not in this case. This is a very special kind of a thing that took place. It's, in a way, it's a miracle. Nobody thought it was possible. Think of it.
children that are born without money, without any money. Great parents, they can have everything, can be great, but they have no money. They can become very wealthy children at 18, and they can flip it over, or their people can flip it over into other vehicles at a certain age so that they don't take it out. I would recommend they probably don't take it out, but they can have a lot of money, especially if the market continues. Can you imagine if you did this during Trump a year and a half ago, where the market's gone up at levels? As an example, everybody said when I got elected, there's no way that during the 4-year period we'll ever hit 50,000 on the Dow. And we hit 50,000 on the Dow, I would say in the first year, records. We had records. What NASDAQ has done, what the New York Stock Exchange, all the stock exchanges, 7,000 on the S&P was impossible during the first year, but they really thought it was impossible in 4 years, and we hit it before the first year. So if the children had invested the money a year and a half ago, we should have acted faster, actually. It's too bad. But it's going to go up. We have a hot country. It's going to go up. I think the market's going to go through the roof. When all those factories open, they're being built all over the country at record numbers. We have never built in the history of our country what we're building now. We have $19.2 trillion, and much of that money is going toward building factories, plants, AI, automobile. We've never built as many automobile plants. They're all over, and they're coming from all over the world. You know why? Because they don't want to pay tariffs. If they build their cars here, they pay no tariffs. So Japan, instead of making them in Japan, or South Korea, instead of making them in Germany with Volkswagen and Mercedes and BMW, they're all building plants here now. They're coming out of Canada. They're coming out of Mexico. Mexico took a lot of our business, so did Canada. They're all coming back. I don't know what the countries are going to do, but they're all coming back. So today, with the ringing of the opening bell for the stock market, those accounts will now begin to grow right along with our booming economy. And I really believe we're going to have the biggest boom of all right now. You haven't seen anything yet. Between individual contributions and the seed funds, $800 million in new capital will be invested in the stock market for America's children this week. And I also think that we're going to be putting numbers in the budget, which will be really spectacular, because it's really not costing us anything. We're giving this money to children so they can have a good life. Very early on, they can have a good life. And we're going to be doing also something we're working on later on, and it'll be also, I think, very popular. And I guess the best definition is they have a plan in Australia, which people really like. It's really worked out very well, incredibly well, and very respected. And we're going to be talking about that with Congress and see if we can implement it. And that would be more for grown-ups as opposed to children, but it's something that's going to be great, I think, if we can get it done, and we're going to try very hard. But again, I want to thank Michael and Susan, Brad, and his son Lincoln, as well as Secretary of the Treasury, Scott Bessent, who has really been an incredible. If you're casting a movie, you put him as the Secretary of the Treasury because he's central casting. Do we agree? What do you say? More importantly, he's done a great job. SBA Administrator Kelly Loeffler, who's been phenomenal. Chairman of the SEC, Paul Atkins. Paul, thank you. What a job you do. You know, there's always been a problem there, and with you, everything goes smoothly. I have to say, Jay did a very good job also, right? During my first term. But Paul's been incredible. Everybody wanted Paul, and he's exceeded expectations, I will say, and everybody knows it. Thank you, Paul. Great job you're doing. Director of the National Economic Council, Kevin Hassett. I didn't want to lose Kevin. I said, Kevin, you're at a huge disadvantage because selfishly for a certain other position, and we had the two Kevins, and they're both great. And a friend of mine, Ted Cruz, we fought each other for a while, and he's a very tough competitor, and we became friends. We were actually great friends before the campaign, and everybody said, will this ever end? In fact, he was doing a rally. He said, could we do a joint rally? That's like you people doing a joint bell ringing. It's like crazy, right? But he said, remember we did the joint rally outside in Washington. We had a big crowd, and the media was saying, will it ever end? I said, it will, but not yet. But it ended. But then it came together better than ever before. He's done Wonderful job as a senator, highly respected. In fact, somebody said, would you ever appoint him to the United States Supreme Court? Because he's a brilliant lawyer, Ted. I said, well, he's the only one I can think of that's going to get 100 votes. All Republicans will vote for him. All Democrats will vote for him because they want to get him the hell out of the Senate. No, if I was having a hard time with getting the votes, I would appoint Ted Cruz. I get 100%, a guarantee. But when you look at all of the different things that have taken place, and you look at the international nature of what we're doing, because these are all international companies. So many I can't mention because they're too big to mention. The kind of money that's being invested is really, really incredible. So again, I want to, just because they're friends of mine, but the exchange CEO, Jeffrey Sprecher, is here today. He's an amazing man, amazing success. His wife has done a fantastic job at small business. They call it small business, but when you add it all up, it's probably the biggest business in the world, right? But Kelly has been incredible. And Jeff, thank you very much. New York Stock Exchange President Lynn Martin, we want to thank. And NASDAQ Chair and CEO Adina Friedman, and NASDAQ President Nelson Griggs. We have all of them. This is a fantastic group of people. Thank you very much. We've got them all. Did you ever think you'd be in this? Well, this is a great room. I always, when people walk in, the biggest people in the world, people that are, in many cases, on your exchanges, right? They walk in and they look around. They go, oh, I can't believe it. I don't want to use names. Larry Ellison walked in. And he said, what? Where am I? This is so, it takes a, actually, if you're negotiating, you have people at a great disadvantage because they're all screwed up, you know? It's a great place. I think it's the most important room anywhere in the world. So I thought it would be good to do this here, right? We seldom do that. But this was the first ever joint bell ringing between the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ. And hopefully it won't be the last. I think it's, there are a lot of things you could do together that would be good. It's amazing the way you came together, and it was really easy. And they're competitors, but it's a great tribute, I think, to all of you that you were able to do this. It's people are talking about it. The SEC chair. Let me ask you: are you shocked that they came? This makes your job. Doesn't this make your job a little bit easier? Isn't it nice? Why can't we do that with Democrats and Republicans? Maybe that's a tougher one. I think that might be tougher. We like borders. We like things that they don't like. But if parents have not done so already, and they are doing so in record numbers, they should go right away to Trumpaccounts.gov and sign their child up for a free investment savings account. And again, a lot of people are people that are uninvolved in terms of they don't have the children, but or their children are older. But they're putting millions and millions of dollars into the accounts of poor children, financially poor children. And the parents can't even believe what's happening. So it's an amazing thing. But parents, loved ones, churches, and generous companies and individuals will be able to contribute funds to these accounts to grow throughout the child's life. And again, if we have a good market like we do now, they're going to become actually very rich. They'll have hundreds of thousands of dollars. Think of that. Think of it, a child that has no money can have hundreds of thousands of dollars at a very, very young age. Accounts could grow to be worth numbers that nobody ever thought even possible just 6 months ago before we did this. And again, I have to thank Michael and Susan because they were so proactive. It was really amazing. I just think they're amazing people. So Trump accounts are about giving every American child a stake in America's future and getting some of the upside. And nobody's seen anything like it. And senators like Ted Cruz were at the forefront, and they should be really commended. People have to remember it in the future. It's like so many things I did were so good, and that's only got a 2-year life. Like as an example, Kevin, I closed the border. We have nobody coming into our country illegally anymore. And I want to make it in my speeches. And they say, sir, nobody cares about that. You've solved the problem. I said, I'd like to talk about it. They said, nobody cares about the border. You've solved that problem. I said, what kind of a business? You solve a problem, you're not even allowed to talk about it. Nobody even wants to hear about it. It's pretty tough. But this is something that they're going to be talking about for a long time because this is going to grow to levels that I think people have no idea. I already see the numbers. So there could be no better way to begin our 250th year. It is so appropriate. Think of that. We're doing it just at this time, this special time. It's pretty amazing. So I'd like to maybe ask Michael Dell to come up and say a few words, followed by Lynn Martin and Adina Friedman and Jeff and some of the people that had so much to do. I'd like to have